Mr. Ernst, how many police reports or complaints did you make against Ms. Kennedy?
None.
And how many did you make against her fiancé?
Several.
When you say several, was it over 100?
I don't know how many. I know it went on for a
Well, did the police ever arrest anybody as a result of your reports?
No, sir. And many of these reports...
All right, please.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ernst, you heard the verdict of the judge in the case that you're asking for reimbursement of attorney's fees. Am I correct?
Yes.
Why then are you now suing her, not her fiancé, to reimburse you for lawyer's fees? Why are you doing this?
Well, I spent $4,500. That's a huge amount of money for me. And there were false allegations, and I paid the attorney.
You say false allegations. Do you deny that you made 120 police reports? Do you deny that? Do you deny that you mentioned that she might be putting her children in jeopardy?
I felt that...
Do you deny that?
No, I didn't deny my conversation with my therapist.
Because those are the things that she indicated in her stalking petition against you. You say they're all false reports.
But I felt that I needed to defend myself in the court of law.
And you did. But the judge volunteered that he wasn't going to even entertain any requests for costs in the case.
That was for the stalking order case. He was not going to entertain it for that disposition.
I have nothing further. Thank you very much.
We're going to excuse the parties here while we deliberate in this matter.
This courtroom is now in recess. It strikes me as a pretty obvious case for dismissal. I wonder if he's entirely competent, and I think that this lawsuit is exactly as the defendant described it. I think it's a part of a continuing pattern of harassing her, just like that CPS complaint. He didn't have to put his name on that. The whole point of allowing anonymity when you're reporting child abuse is to encourage it. You know, the therapist could have said, we think there's a problem. My patient said there's a meth lab in the backyard and a child is being exposed.
Yeah, I agree. I think the therapist rightfully couldn't make that complaint. He went out there, he did that on purpose because he wanted to get to her. He knows darn well there was no meth lab. He knows darn well these kids were not playing in the street unattended. Bottom line is nothing that he said could be substantiated. I think he's got to be dismissed.
I think for me, the seeds of my opinion were in the previous judge's verdict in this case. And I think he would never have entertained the idea that he was going to contribute costs on the defendant in that case. So under the circumstances, I think plaintiff fails in his burden.
We have a verdict?
Yes.
Yes.
We've deliberated and we've reached a unanimous verdict. Mr. Ernst, I hope you're getting the help that you need, because you are suing the defendant to try to recover legal fees for a TRO that seems like she needed to file. And we heard the judge's verdict. And what that judge said was not that, oh, shame on you, young lady. How dare you make these things up? What the judge said and what that dismissal was predicated on was her not filing this claim in the right procedural way. She didn't put these horrible facts in the right legal box. That's the only reason the case was dismissed. I don't know if it's a civil lawsuit. He admitted to making a public complaint about your home. He identified your address so that you might be targeted by people who would have a basis to believe that you just go around hurling racial slurs at people, killing cats, and doing drugs in front of your grandkids. So as much help as he may need for whatever's going on there, you live 2 doors down from this person. You need some help. I hope there's security in your neighborhood. I hope your friends now have eyes on you and eyes on him, and people are looking out for you. Stay away from her, and your complaint is dismissed.